Since 1989, the Police Officer Assistance Trust has assisted federal, state, county, local, and correctional law enforcement officers and their families during times of great critical need. The POAT is proud to have assisted more than 700 officers during the toughest times in their lives. It is important to remember the foundation of POAT is based on cops helping cops when they need it the most.
Bring them! Oh! Ready! Ready! One!
We're a positive at a negative time. I mean, oftentimes I'm dealing with people when they're very emotionally distraught. We're going to be there to help with those types of situations.
Thanks to them, I was able to keep a normal life in an abnormal situation.
I'm just so thankful for the blessing that the Police Officers Assistance Trust gave my family.
Go, 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 go. There you go.
The Police Officer Assistance Trust Fund, by far, to me, was a lifesaver.
Thank you, Police Officer Assistance Trust.
On January 8th of 2013, we went to the eye doctor. My son was having some problems with double vision. He was 7 years old at the time. The doctor looked in his eyes and told us to go to the emergency room immediately. I knew something was wrong. Then about 2 hours in the emergency room, they did a CT scan. They said, they gave you the word they always use is there's a mass in your son's brain. And I think it's code word for cancer. He asked what was wrong, and I said, listen, you have a tumor in your brain. I said, they're gonna cut it open. To cut open your head, take the tumor out, and you're gonna have a long treatment. And he said, okay, let's get started. And it was that basic to him.
You wanna do another lap? Huh?
We went from a normal life to having my son's skull cut open, and the tumor was removed successfully, but we had to teach him how to walk and talk and use his arms, and this perfect, beautiful kid was practically a vegetable at that point.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice.
I have 5 children, so besides the sick kid, I still had to take care of 4 other children and my wife. And it was tough emotionally on everybody. Life stops. Our life stopped, but everybody else's life went on. Probably in the last year and a half, and mentally I've probably buried him 5 times from the things that you hear. Then you get out of it and you stay positive and realize what you have to do. The POAT made this possible for us to focus on Joey's treatment instead of worrying about how we were going to pay our mortgage or how we were going to live in another city for 6 months. They took that out of the equation and we were able to be parents and focus on Joey's health and not on where the money was coming from. Joey's future looks bright. He's been on the high end of all of his treatments. His diagnosis had an 80% survival rate. Police Officers Assistance Trust means the world to our family. You think you're never going to need it, and God, I hope you never do. But if you do, it's a phone call away, and they're there for us. And they're people who understand what we go through. This isn't some corporation of unknown people. The POAT is us.
We adopted Mariah when she was 3 months old. She was a preemie. She was born 1 pound, 3 ounces. My wife's had diabetes since she was 15 years old. She's had renal failure, an amputation. She's lost color in her eyes. Both of her retinas have been detached. And now she's on dialysis waiting for her second transplant for a kidney and a pancreas.
I come 3 times a week.
about 4 hours every time I'm here. Sometimes I get tired, sometimes I feel fine, sometimes I don't.
She's on the transplant list, but you just gotta wait for that call. That's how it happened the first time, just out of the blue, in the middle of the night. You got a call, you gotta run to the hospital, see if you get a chance to get a kidney and a pancreas. It's like a new life.
Me too.
My wife's a very strong individual. She just tries as hard as she can, I guess, to keep the family together, do the things we need to do for Mariah, our child. And some days better than others. Sometimes it takes a toll on me. You get a little tired because you either got to take one to therapy or take another one to a doctor's office, but you make it work, you know. And I'm just thankful for what I have. The Police Officers Assistance Trust has extended their hand out to us. I don't know where we'd be without them. They've done a lot for my family.
Quickly, come on. So we can move on to something else, quickly. There you go. Here. Now, this time I don't want you to raise it up and bump me in my big nose, okay? All right?
The Police Officers Assistance Trust has helped with my daughter's therapy. It's helped with my wife's co-payments, medicine bills. They give me a little bit of peace of mind. Actually, a lot of peace of mind. The Police Officer Assistance Trust gives me hope in regards to hopefully one day my daughter could walk with all the therapy and stuff that they've been able to give her, and hopefully one day my wife will have a transplant as well.
October 15, 2011, our motorcycle club, we took a ride up to Daytona Beach. We were out on a ride about 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. We were riding through a residential area, and a vehicle came out of nowhere, blew a stop sign, and broadsided my wife on her motorcycle. She was thrown about 150 feet through the air. It was pitch black out, so I really didn't know where she was. But, you know, after searching for a little while, like I say, I located her on the side of the railroad tracks, unconscious. At the time, I thought she was dead because when I looked down at her, her right foot was partially torn off. Her eyes were wide open and bleeding from her ears, her nose, her mouth, and she was just gasping for air. And all I could do was, you know, try to clear her airway and call 911 and try to get her some help. She sustained a skull fracture to the right side of her head, a compound fracture to the right ankle. And considering from the impact, that was it, but just the head injury was so bad it basically left her in a state where she looks like she had a stroke because her left side is kind of like paralyzed. You can never imagine having to pick your wife up and put her in the bed and change her like a baby. It's tough. It's really tough. But it's made me a much better person, and it's made me respect life a lot more. Now she's going to a gym that specifically specializes in people with neurological disorders. Insurance does not cover that. And it's kind of crazy that they don't. And this is where the Police Officer Assistance Trust stepped in and took care of those visits for me. I try not to to have to get any outside help, you know, because, you know, being a man, you want to be independent and handle things on your own, but it's just sometimes you need that help. And if you try to do everything on your own, you either go broke or you'll go crazy, or both. Thankful for them that she's still at home and she's doing better, and hopefully she'll be able to get back on her feet and be more independent. And I thank you for that.
Apple circle.
Thank God that the Police Officer Assistance Trust is there. Because without him, I don't know what I would have done.
Good job, Joe. Look at those steps.
You look great, Joe.
Well, don't give up. Ever, ever. Come on, you can do it. Come on.
We need to work together by supporting POAT so that officers and their families know they have someone to lean on when the unexpected happens. Keeping with our motto, serving those who serve. Support the Police Officer Assistance Trust today.